there guys, it's so nice to see you again. So as it seems that everyone is now finally back in school, I'm sure that everyone's kind of rushing around in the mornings and thought maybe you'd want to do something with your hair that doesn't take a lot of time but still looks like you put in effort. So today I'm going to show you 4 different things that are quick and easy to do, and some of them look rather hard but they're really not. Alright, let's go. So the first hairdo I'm going to do is this one. And so to start off, I am just going to pull my hair into a ponytail and get it up. Now, I am not going to brush my hair all the way back. I'm actually going to keep my part and just kind of swoop my hair into it just because that's what I feel like doing right now. So okay, so once you have your ponytail, you're going to take a chunk of hair. It doesn't really matter where it is. I'm going to take mine from the underside of my ponytail. And now you can either leave this chunk of hair the way it is and just wrap it, or you can do a braid from it, which is what I am going to do just because it makes it a little bit more fancy. So once you get down to the very bottom of your braid, you're going to put a hair elastic around it. So at this point, you're now going to take your braid or your unbraided piece of hair and you're going to wrap it around your hair tie. And this is going to help to hide the hair tie so you can't see it. Once you get to the end of your braid, you're going to take some bobby pins and turn around so that you guys can see it a little bit better. You're going to pin your braid into the bottom of your ponytail to kind of hold it in place. Now I'm going to do this with a couple bobby pins just to make sure that it doesn't come undone. So you probably want to do this on the underside of your ponytail so that you can lay your ponytail over it when you're done. So, sorry, my mirror is right here, so if I'm looking over here, that is why. And this little piece of hair is just not cooperating with me right now, so I'm just going to continue to wrap it all the way up to the top, and I'm going to pin it there. And there you go, hairstyle number 1. It's a cute little ponytail, and it doesn't take that long to do. With that, let's get on to hairstyle number 2. So the second hairstyle I'm going to be doing is this one, and this is mostly a twist, which then turns into a braid. So to start, you're going to take 2 pieces from the front of your hair, and you're going to take your front piece and twist it over the back one. Now, I put my hair in my mouth. You don't have to do this. I just think it makes it easier. You're then going to take this second piece and you're going to add it to your first. And then you're going to switch them. And repeat and continue to do the same thing. Okay, so at this point, you can either just pin this back where it is, or you can continue to go all the way around. But what I am going to do is I'm going to twist this one extra time just so that all of the extra in that last piece I picked up stays together. And I'm going to use this as one of my 3 strands for a braid. So I'm going to take about half of my remaining hair, and that is going to be my second one, and then everything else is going to be my third. So now I want to do this farthest back piece because that is everything from this side of my head, and I want to make sure that it gets secured enough so that it doesn't fall out. So I'm going to do that one first and put it over that middle piece. And then I'm going to take my twisted portion and put it on the inside over that. And then just continue a braid from there. Okay, so when you get down to the bottom, you can just put in a normal size elastic, or you can put in a small one, whichever. So as you can see, I have this one kind of awkward spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bobby pin and kind of just pin that down, and I'm going to go towards my head and then come back the other way. And I'm going to do this down the side of my spiral just a little bit to make sure that it's secure. So I go up, and then I twist it and go back down. You can do this as many times as you want to make it as secure to your head as you feel comfortable with. If you think it's too loose, add a couple more. And if you find any little imperfections that you don't like, you can just throw a bobby pin in it to kind of smooth it out and fix those little lumps that you don't like. And there you go. There is your second hairstyle. So for style number 3, I'm going to be doing this. And all it is a twist, one on each side, and then I'm going to pin them back and flip them in. So you're going to start this one off the same way you did the last one, by taking 2 pieces of hair at the front and bringing the front over, picking up a piece, adding it to the first, and switching. And we're doing this till you get to about here or so, maybe a little further. So I've gotten to about just behind my ear, and I am actually just going to twist this a little bit. And I'm just going to use a clip to hold it over there while I do this side. Now this side I'm not using a mirror, so bear with me. But you are going to be doing the same thing on this side that you just did on the other side. And I'm just going to do the same on this side and twist them once I get past my ear. Okay, so now you have a twist on both sides. And what you are going to do is you're going to take the clip out of your hair and kind of hold that first twist that you had. I'm just going to drop the clip over here. So this first twist you had, I want to make sure that it's still twisted, and you're going to put them together and put a hair tie around it. Now while you're doing this, try to make sure that you don't have any hair that is not already in the twists, or it may get stuck and caught, and so just try to avoid it as best you can. So now you're going to take this part of the ponytail and you're going to flip it under through that little loop that you made together and pull the ponytail through. This is just going to continue that twisted look, and you can do this as many times as you'd like until it's comfortable on your head. I'm just going to do it once. And so at this point, as you can see, I have bits and pieces that are coming out, and you can just take any bobby pins to fix any, sorry I need the mirror, any little imperfections. I like to slide them in up here and then just push them down and let the twist hide them. I find is really good for trying to help smooth out these sides when you get lumps. And there you have your third hairstyle. And you can put a little bow in it too if you'd like to hide your hair tie. Okay, next one. And finally, the fourth and final hairstyle is this. Now, it looks a lot more complicated than it really is, and all it is 2 braids, which I'm going to cross in the back and pin. So, First, you're going to split your hair in approximately half. They don't have to be perfect, but the closer you are to half, the more even the braids will be. So now you're going to take one of your 2 halves and separate it into 3, hopefully somewhat even parts for your braid. You're going to start your braid, and you want to make it so that your braid is pulling towards the back of your head so that it lies flat once we crisscross them. So you probably want to do your front piece first, as that will determine a lot of the flatness. So once you get to the end of your braid, just throw an elastic on it. I'm using a smaller one because it's just a little bit easier to hide in the end. So now that I've got one that leans backwards, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side of my head. Okay, so you should now have 2 braids, and I'm going to use this one first because it's not laying quite flat against my head, but it's close enough. And so depending on the length of your hair will determine how much you have to cross your hair. Okay, so what you're going to do is take this braid and you're going to pull it across to the other side of your head. Now, because my hair is long, I'm going to have to fold it back over. But what you're going to do at this point is determine where you want it to sit on your head. I want mine to sit just down here. So I'm going to pin my ponytail about here. And what I'm doing to help hold it in place is the same thing that I did with the twist, and I'm going to go up one way and back the other. That way it just kind of helps hold it a little bit better. Now I have this extra little bit that is left over, and I am going to fold it, and let's see, I'll fold it about here and bring it back this way. Okay, so the first one doesn't necessarily have to be perfect because you are now going to take your second braid and cross it over. You can either cross over this one or follow under it. I am going to cross over it to kind of hide this piece of hair that I was trying to tuck away. So I took that extra piece that was on this side and I pulled it back under and tucked it in under here using a bobby pin, and I tried to fix any little pieces that were sticking out and just pinned anywhere that I didn't really like. But so I guess here's the final look. And this is your final hairdo. So it may not be the prettiest, but what it should look like if you use a mirror is this. And yeah, it comes out a lot better when you have a mirror, but for doing it blindly, I think it came out pretty well. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that it helped you out, and if it did and you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and while you're down there, you can always click subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it, and it'll let you know every Tuesday when I upload. And if there's anything that you would like to see me do, then make sure to put it in the comments down below, and I will try my best to do those things for you. Alright, well, I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys rock. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oops. stab my ear. Hold on. On the... Ow, stabbed myself in the eyeball. Oh, don't do that. So, what I am going to... Oh, God, I'm going to fall.